Welcome to Goldberry Tarot and another pick a card reading, and tonight we are going to look at sexuality. So this is an 18 and plus reading. So if you're under 18, you're not supposed to be watching this, and it's including my children. So you're not supposed to watch this video. But for those of you who are 18 years old and up, welcome. And especially those that are engaged in a sexual relationship right now and want to know a little bit about how their lover feels and thinks about them in a sexual way, and vice versa, what your needs, desires, wants, passions are. And so we will look specifically at sexual union, and I'm going to read these cards intuitively as well as using knowledge that I have from the tarot and from oracle cards. But this is just a touchstone to kind of get me in the energy to connect to what my my viewers would like to know. And so we'll get started. This will be number 1. So if you feel attracted to number 1 or to this lovely stone here, then please choose number 1. This is number 2. So if you're attracted to this stone or this energy, number 2. And here is for reading number 3. Okay, and we will start with number 1. Again, we are using the Tarot of Sexual Magic. I love this deck. It's fantasyful and fun. But what is going on with number 1 and their relationship? What are their wants, needs, desires in the relationship? What are your wants, needs, desires in the relationship? And what do you need to look at together so that you can have a good outcome to the relationship, or to have a better sexual communion with each other? All right, so the top is you and how you think, feel, and want. The bottom is them and how they think, feel, and want. And this will be your energies together. And then we'll look at advice cards. So let's start off with you. How are you thinking about sex and sexual union right now? We have got a major arcana card here. This is the Wheel of Fortune, the 10 in the major arcana, and as you can see, there are 3 women here. Actually, I think this is reminiscent of the Norse myths and of the fates, right? What's going to happen? So you have 3 women here, and this is the past, present, and future, and they're all together wondering. And as far as sexuality goes, I think that you are optimistic, you're hopeful. The energy here is thinking about things in a holistic way for you. You're wondering what you wanted and needed in the past sexually, what you wanted and needed in the present, and then wanted and needed in the future. And this is genuinely a positive card. So let's look at your emotions and your feelings. So you feel suspended. You feel tied up, bound. And in fact, you're not sure how your sexual journey is going to continue. You have questions about that, definitely. I love this card here. He's like, yeah, so what's happening. We won't get into the energies there quite yet, but what you're wanting sexually, oh yeah, Four of Wands, you want full-on consummation. Four of Wands is a card often about commitment and twin flame energy, so you would really like some deep loving. And there's definitely a lot of hopefulness in your thoughts about this, but you want someone who will be deep within you, be able to enjoy and just have utter ecstasy. And as you can see, they're just enjoying themselves in that swing, loving it. I love this. This is very beautiful and erotic. So what are their thoughts right now? So interestingly enough, we've got the Five of Cups here. They're a little bit sad, maybe, thinking about past relationships and not realizing what they've got in the present moment. So yeah, it seems to be that things are at a standstill with their thoughts sexually now. Their emotions? Wow. That's a pretty intense card. The Tower. So this almost looks like cuckolding or rape or someone getting in trouble for something that maybe they were even told to do. Their emotions are confused. They feel that there's a lot of darkness to sexuality, I think, for them. You know, this is a very disturbing card. And then what they want. It's interesting that they want what appears to be insecurity, worrying about, worrying about faithfulness. So this person that you're inquiring about has a lot of issues regarding sex. There seems to be a lot of sadness, a lot of trauma, and it seems like what you want is you want something fulfilling, something very, I would say normal and healthy. They're stuck in some very interesting energies. So let's start with what's going on with the thought processes between the both of you. What is the connection between the both of you? Well, you're both idealizing the relationship. So here is a poet or a writer trying to get out what true romance is. And you've got a couple here and they're underneath the moon, and he's upset, he's frustrated. So this is the Knight of Cups. There's a lot of idealism with this card. There's a lot of, maybe you're idealizing each other. And so that's the thought process in your relationship right now. And I'm wondering if there is a lot of connection. Let's just see what's going on here. Emotionally, this is what I thought. Okay, emotionally, we've got the Knight of Cups. And again, we have another Knight energy. This is fascinating. So, hey, she's like, who, me? Yeah, you. I want to come get you. But, there's this water in between us, and he's got this flame, but she's on the water and just hanging out and letting him gaze on her. And there is definitely some kind of barrier that needs to be crossed emotionally. And I'm not sure if it's you or them that seems to be drowning in emotion and issues, and the Knight wants to come in. It could be you that wants to come in and rescue this person. So possibly some codependency there, some Pygmalion energy in the sexual relationship. Oh, so as a couple, I'm definitely getting this energy. There's the Hermit card, so there's definitely this alone time. Here he is by himself, perhaps on his lonesome, taking care of his own pleasure. Again, we're seeing this couple idealized there. What could this great sexual union be like? So I'm wondering with this connection, if you guys have even connected sexually, or if you're still in this dating phase, and both of you are thinking about past experiences sexually, but I don't know if there's been any kind of union here yet. And so what is going to happen with this connection? What is some advice for number one? Because it looks like number one wants to get it on, have a good experience with this person, and they're trapped in sorrows, they're trapped in perhaps some bad sexual experiences. I mean, this one, I mean, it does even look like rape, right? But then I'm thinking too of cuckolding and things like that. So I'm thinking that this other person got involved in some things that might have hurt them in a sexual way, and there's some hesitancy of getting involved. And so this is one. What's some advice for the relationship too? Will this be a union or not? Oh, there we go. Okay. So, interesting. So this is a lot of beginning energy. It's what I thought. I think that this is a relationship on the cusp of being a relationship. So maybe you've dated for a while, maybe you've dated for a couple of dates. There hasn't been any real sexual connection I'm seeing here, although those of you inquiring really want it. You want that. There's been a lot of romantic thoughts about this, idealization. And ideals are great until they become idols and we worship them, and we're not actually in tune with the person that we're connected with. And what I like about a sexuality reading is that sex is that basis of true, deep connection. I mean, it doesn't have to be emotionally intimate. It doesn't have to have spirituality involved, but it is very primal and very present. When we have sex with someone, we're often I mean, look at that. I just love this one. They're just in the moment. They're enjoying. And here, this guy's not. This guy's not, right? So there seems to be an issue sexually with the connection here, like it's not happening. So what are some advice? Well, first of all, you've got 2 ones here, which is really interesting, and 11. Woohoo! So what needs to happen? Manifesting, right? This is the Magician card, and it's time to actually try to come together. And maybe there are some issues that are abuse in the past or stuff that make it difficult, but work on these sacral chakra energies. So that this has to do with sexuality, which is fascinating because this is what we're reading for right now in this reading, and relationship and emotional intimacy. These things need to be worked on in the companionship here, the relationship, and clarifying, thoughts and belief. And I think there is probably belief that a belief in a way of having to be sexual or doing things or being connected, and maybe that needs to be opened up here with you two. There's a whole range of sexuality out there now. There are people that identify in so many different ways, and so maybe there needs to be a different way to approach this. And I'm feeling that this is actually, yes, this is the advice you need to hear, is that there needs to be a clarifying of belief. It would be a good idea maybe to go into counseling as a couple or as an individual if you are together. And if you're just getting together, maybe there needs to be some deep, deep talking, some opening up of not just the sacral chakra, but the throat chakra, and talking about, what the needs are of each, of each person in the relationship, because there's a lot of distance here. There's a lot of there are a lot of obstacles, it seems like, and being alone and wanting connection, but idealizing it so there can't be this real contact. So I'm not actually seeing in this relationship a lot of sex going on. There's lots of thoughts about it, and one of the partners is definitely having some issues, and I'm wondering if there's some trauma there. So again, my advice is to possibly seek out some sexual counseling and our therapy, and talk. Lots of talk needs to happen here before I think a sexual consummation may happen. Okay, so number 1, that's my reading for you. If any of this resonated for you, please like, subscribe, and leave me a comment below. I am getting ready to start rolling out personal readings, individual readings, but it's taking me some time because I have a full-time job and I'm a single mom and I've got a lot going on. So I will continue to work on that, but I appreciate those of you that have taken time to subscribe and to like, and have a wonderful evening. Thank you for visiting with me here at Goldberry Tarot. Good night. All right, so we've got number two. Number two. What are we going to look at here? What are you thinking and feeling and wanting sexually with your partner or a person of interest? And what are they thinking, feeling, and wanting sexually? And what are your energies together like that? Let's look at that and see. It's always interesting to see what people want as opposed to how they think and feel, and see if there's some congruency there. If there's some incongruity, incongruities. Is that even a thing? You know, it's a funny thing to talk to a video camera. It's its own kind of wonderful. All right. But I can feel you, my dear subscribers and people that are watching. I can feel your energies. So number two. Okay, one more shuffle. It doesn't feel quite ready yet. All right. And again, this is 18 and up reading. 18 and up reading. It's not for the little ones. So let's see what we've got. So interesting that these cards keep coming up this time. Oh, interesting. Interesting group. Huh. Okay, well, group number two. What are you thinking about as far as sexuality goes? Well, I think that there's been a lot of pain for you. Possibly there's been non-traditional situations that you've been involved in sex in the past, and in the present, you know, with your present person, I'm seeing that there might even be an expectation of pain and loss, and you are thinking about, you know, like how to receive, but still feeling there's like an uncomfortableness here. This is an interesting card, you know, there's the three here. There's somebody watching, some person in the wings, and there he is, the bard, playing his song and caressing a woman who either is, you know, fallen asleep or she's been hurt. And maybe, and I think what you're thinking about is healing from a past relationship, past sexual relationship, maybe some trauma from the past, okay? And how you're feeling right now is that you want someone, this Knight of Cups, you want someone to save you from your emotional swamp. You want them to come in there and she's like, oh, me? Come get me. You're a mermaid who wants to be able to walk on land, who wants to go through a transformation, and you're hoping that your sexual knight will come and he will rock your world. So yeah, those are those feelings, right? That's kind of like a need, and your feeling is, yeah, wanting vulnerability but being afraid of it. So there's some fear there, maybe some embarrassment. So let's look at what you want. You want to take things slowly with sex. You are afraid of bitter fruits, of sour fruits. That's a sour lemon right there. And you want to keep your clothes on and get to know someone slowly. And this is the King of Pentacles, and he does move slowly. And he makes sure that Everything is hospital corners, and I's are dotted and T's are crossed. So how is this person that you're interested in? What is going on for them sexually in your relationship? Oh yeah, Seven of Pentacles. So there's some satiation there, right? He's thinking about indolence, you know, this is right after, just, it's a little messy. So, yeah, he's thinking about you, I think. There's an exhaustion, though, to it. He's thinking that there's something that's very exhausting about the connection, maybe knowing how to approach you or how to be with you. I do think that there has been a consummation at least once, maybe twice, maybe a few times. It could be a longer term relationship, but maybe, and this is what I'm getting a sense with this one, is that you started things in a sexual way, and now this person is wanting to take a few steps back and get into the romance, and I think that could be possible for some of you. So here we have the Eight of Wands. Wands are always about inspiration, about spirituality. Oh, doesn't that look lovely? A little picnic, a little food indulgence, you know, just enjoying yourselves outside. It's warm, it's beautiful. Well, that is the feeling that this person has towards you and the relationship and sexuality in general, that it's something to be savored. There's a sensuousness to it. Look how sensuous and beautiful. All your senses, you know, and look at this ladder here. You're ascending the heights. You know, you're able to go and kind of experience a heaven on earth, a garden of earthly delights. So what is he wanting? Oh, sexually, he is also wanting this romance. So you've got the Knight of Wands. He wants to adore you. He wants to kiss you and touch you and romance and love. This is what this person wants. He doesn't just want screwing around, and I'm gonna swear, he doesn't want the F word or the fucking. He wants something more. Sorry if that offended, but if you're watching this, you probably won't be too offended. So, what are your energies together as a couple? You've got the Ten of Wands. So that's what the thoughts are for between both of you, is empire building. Truly deep, deep connection. This is a sexual connection, but I think that there's something more here. It's natural, feels good. It got a little wild there. Look, she's got all scratched up from the brambles. But it is something that is truly pleasurable, solid. There is definitely this feeling that you can rely on each other as partners, because look at that balance, that takes a lot of balance there. That's just beautiful. Okay. I know there's something vulnerable too and kind of funny about the panties right there, the pants. Panties, can I say that? Panties? Anyway. So, what are the feelings? You've got the Five of Swords. So, there could be a little bit of conflicted feelings here, of wanting to really have this deep sexual connection with each other, but look, there's some obstacles getting that offer, you know, wanting it and anticipating it, but is there something lacking? I don't know. I think that it looks really good though, you know, maybe having to stop overthinking things too much, I don't know. So again, an Eight of Chalices or Eight of Cups is the want in the relationship. So I feel like you guys, as far as wanting in a relationship, there is definitely some push-pull, chasing and following, and it's an energy that goes back and forth like a seesaw. At some point, you're just not sure about this connection. Is it something more? Is it more than sex? And I think that your person that you're inquiring about wants it to be more than sex. And maybe you're worried about that. That's why your want is to take things really slow. Their want is, you know, romance and stuff like that, you know, kissing and making out. I think you're kind of on the same page, but there's definitely this struggle, this dance that's going on between you two. So what advice, tell us what advice to, you know, should this sexual connection continue? What can we do to improve it so it's more pleasurable? Uh-oh. Okay. What's needed here? That's interesting. Let's do one more. Okay. So I think the connection may be experiencing challenging times with the Five of Wands. So again, it's so funny. This is the Five of Wands because I think we saw this energy here. Same thing, Five of Wands twice. So the 5 energy is unstable. It's not very stable. These are challenging times, yes, in the relationship. There's a lot of defensiveness going on. And so advice is to maybe stop being so defensive. Get more in the energy of being able to express unconditional love. And again, so this is the Emperor in this deck. And there's a lot of authority here, communication, success, leadership. So one person in the relationship does need to lead this connection. I think that you're relying on this person, if you're female, you're relying on the man to, again, work on this connection, help it. And then we've got flow here, right? This is the wheel, again, the wheel of fortune. So there needs to be a flow with the love, there needs to be, with the sex, there needs definitely to be an opening up. And I'm going to say it's with you, the person that's inquiring. You need to open up and to loosen up a little bit and let go of these shields. Like here he's shielded and now he's open, right? There's this openness. Openness needs to happen for forward motion to occur here. And working on the third eye. So inner wisdom. If this sexual relationship is going to improve, we need to work on inner wisdom and being less guarded, less defended, more open to the possibility of romance, of give and take, of flow. And so I don't know if that made sense or if that was very helpful for those of you watching. And again, this is a general reading, but that's what I'm feeling. There's nothing bad here. There's no bad feelings about the connection. This person that you're with, they actually are trying to move backwards. I mean, I think that there was this satiation, there was this, you know, like exhaustion with sex and afterwards and just kind of being a little sloppy and dirty here. And things might have started out dirty, might have started out with a lower vibration, but they want to push it to something higher, and it could be higher, but because you have differences in the way you guys are thinking about it, the way you two, there's this push and pull right now, and there's this dance where you're thinking in a more defended way, and they're wanting to go to the romance. So I guess maybe this even started out as like, oh, I think you were thinking this is a friends with benefits, or this is just a hookup. And maybe they thought that too, and it was this dirtier vibration, but they're trying to move it to something more higher vibrationally. And you know what? You both thought about this. This is what you both think about, but what you both want. And you both feel like you want to overcome these obstacles. So you want the push-pull, but do you really want it? I don't know. I guess there has to be some communication. There needs to be some expressions of unconditional love and understanding, acceptance, and overcoming the barriers. And I think communication is probably the biggest barrier that you are having, number 2. All right, so that is your reading. Thank you for stopping by Goldberry Tarot, and if you enjoyed what you experienced here, please like, subscribe, and leave me a comment below if any of this resonated for you. And I appreciate for stopping by, and have a wonderful evening. Thank you. All right, number three, here you are. This very plain, lovely rock is number 3. And so we're going to look at you and your partner, or sexual connection, and look at thoughts, feelings, and wants about sex and the relationship generally. And yeah, what can improve it? You know, we're going to look at some advice too. What can improve? So what are your energies? What are their energies? And then we will look at your energies together and advice. So okay. Wow, I can't believe this card came again. Really, no way. Are you serious? That is so weird. So this will go along with number 2. I swear it's the exact same reading. That's so strange. You know what? I'm gonna shuffle these again. I don't like that. So sorry, number 3, but that just doesn't feel right to me. So we're gonna do a better shuffle. I'm gonna really shuffle it for a minute. Now, if these still come out, then we know these are the right cards. That was exactly like the last reading. Okay, that one came out. And this one, oops. Now these are jumping out. That was too many. Let's do a few more. I'm just going to put these to the side because I didn't intend for these to come out, and we'll use those to qualify the reading a little bit later. Okay, number 1. Okay. So you get extra cards. You're so special, number 3. All right, let's look. Okay, well, this will be interesting. Huh. Wow, nice. Okay, well, this looks to be a very interesting reading. So, what are your thoughts right now about sex? Well, you've got the Death card, baby. Sex and death. There's a lot of Scorpio energy here. Maybe you have a Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus in Scorpio. I'd look at the Venus. That'd be really interesting. You're thinking about sex as a kind of transformation. Of course, we know that orgasm is the little death, so maybe orgasm and thinking about being sexually fulfilled is on your mind right now. Yeah, that experience of really letting go and transforming and moving to another phase. And I think that that's true because emotionally, you're up for anything right now. You want to try something new. You are the fool out there looking, some sexual adventurer, researcher, you know, wanting to know what new things are in store for you in this realm. And I'm wondering if you're with this person or if this is just a potential partner. But anyway, what you want, oh, you got the Queen of Pentacles here. You want to be adored. You want to be worshipped. You want to be able to be fully connected to your, you know, your feminine essence if you're a woman, or if you're a man, you want to be able to worship at the divine feminine's feet. You want to feel nurtured. You want to feel you know, also there's a mirror here, and so you want to be able to be mirrored or be able to see yourself through the other person. So you want sex to be an experience of deep understanding. So this is not just, you know, screwing around for you. What you really want is something almost ineffable. So let's see what they think. Well, they think about sex as the totality, right? It's everything. It is the world card here. It's got everything, all the four corners. It's a revelation. It's biblical. And it's also about worship. So they're thinking about worshiping. Maybe they're thinking about worshiping you, worshiping and being holy. And this is interesting because, again, we've got this foot stuff going on here. So holding the foot, the back of the foot there. So this person's thinking about that. And maybe you've expressed that to them, that you enjoy. Maybe you have a, you know, like to be touched there. That's an erogenous zone for you. So what are their feelings? Their feelings about sex, generally, and for themselves, is the Knight of Wands. Oh, isn't that a lovely card here? La 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 la. You know, out there, inspirational, together, just enjoying the ride, being on top. This person wants to worship. So if this is the man, wants to be worshipped, you know, or if this is, you know, that, I don't know. We'll just, you guys get it. Anyway. And what do they want? They want to worship. So you want to be worshipped and they want to worship. Look at that. They want to be nurtured. Love breasts and, you know, and that whole feeling of being enveloped and enfolded. And so, yeah, this is definitely interesting combination. So your energies together as a couple, the thoughts that there's got to be a lot of strength, there's a lot of balance and taming of passion. So you both are trying to be careful and trying to be really strong. And the Strength card is a Leo card as well, and it's about values, right? Being able to make choices through deep character and values. And so you want to make sure that you're careful with this wild boar. You know, you want to be able to make sure that it doesn't get out of control. Emotionally, what's being wanted? You've got the Seven of Cups. So lots of connection, lots of deep intimacy. Emotionally, there needs to be a connection. Some sensuality. Again, there's this outdoors aspect through the whole reading, a lot of being outdoors. So emotionally, there's this lovely connection of, I just think it's really sweet. A lot of foreplay, a lot that's leading up to it, and it looks like you're worshiping each other. So emotionally, that's what's going on. And as far as what's wanted here, well, I think you guys want the Ten of Pentacles, so that you want everything. You want to mirror each other a little bit. You want to see the other and to really experience the other. Look, you guys are voyeuring here, looking at each other, making love and touching each other and having sex. And so, yeah, you want to know the self through the other, and I think that's what's wanted in your sexual connection as well. So if you guys want to get a little freaky, you could be doing it in front of mirrors and, you know, a little bit of food sex. Maybe go out and watch 9.5 Weeks and play around. Of course, that's really old now, huh? It shows how old I am. But anyway, so 2 other cards came out though. So what other things can we look at that are affecting this relationship? So it looks like it's possible that divorce is a factor, or legal contracts, weirdly. And then 8 of Pentacles, there seems to be like some other issues here where so maybe one or both of you are dealing with divorce or other people or contracts or just something that's been an issue here, you know, and it's not freaking either of you out very much, but maybe it has to do a little bit with what you've been thinking about with transformation, you know. And in the sexual realm, yeah, trying to find balance. I think that's a big issue. You're worried about finding balance. So what's the advice for number 3? What advice for number 3 to better the sexual union and the relationship? Huh. Interesting. So this is the Hanged Man, but in this deck, this is the Seeker, right? There they are seeking inspiration. So right now, I think that space and some meditation on both your parts would be good. Taking time apart, weirdly, which looks like you both have energies that need to be worked on. One of them is the base chakra energies. So security, feeling like things are stable and balanced. And then also spirituality. Again, we've got these 2 cards here. So feeling connected to unity consciousness, to a higher purpose. And I think that this is stuff that's going on outside of the reading here. These are things that are affecting the sexual connection, the relationship in general. So there are definitely some issues about security, feeling like things aren't tied down, like, you know, Maslow's pyramid, that very bottom layer of that cake needs to be looked at, and then the crown chakra. So, you know, how can you be more connected? But overall, I mean, this looks like a pretty hot connection, and yeah, it looks like this person is just the right person, exactly what you need, my seeker. You need to be worshipped and adored, and to feel like you're mirrored through someone, that you were able to be seen. It's very interesting. Again, your want aligns with this want as a couple, and I don't see any problems with that, and they definitely want to worship you. I guess this person also, if they're a man, really likes breasts. It could be or a woman really likes breasts, likes to be touched, nurtured, loved. So that was my reading for you, number 3. If this resonated for you and you enjoyed the reading, please like, subscribe, and leave me a comment below. And thank you for visiting Goldberry Tarot this evening. I hope you have a wonderful evening. Bye.